Welcome to this week's episode on our TV channel, All Things Possible. I am Bill Barney, and today we are going to be talking about grounding and connecting to source. Right now we are coming from you on location at Lake Powell in southern Utah in an area known as Doug's Cathedral. If you ever want to come down here, go up Iceberg Canyon and stay to the right. It's about half a mile to a mile, depending on the water level, from the end of the canyon. This is a beautiful alcove, but again, we're going to be talking about grounding and connecting to source, because this is a place where when I come, I really feel connected to source. But we can't always come to a place like this. Maybe we're stuck in an office building and we can't get outside, and what we want to talk about is how do you ground and connect to Mother Earth and connect to source without going out, walking in the grass, hugging a tree. How can you do that intentionally? And that's what I'm going to talk about
So with
today.
all that being said, welcome to All Things Possible TV and yet another episode. If you haven't checked out our other episodes on YouTube, you really should. Just click onto our channel, and there's so much good material there for myself about healing and energy, and for my wife about self-improvement and growing, and so much good content material. So check out our other stuff as well. This episode today, we're going to be talking about grounding and shielding. For more information on us and how you can get lots of free stuff by going to our website, allthingspossible.biz. Got to put in your www dot, but allthingspossible.biz. But let's get right into the meat and potatoes of what we have today about grounding and connecting to source. As I told you before, I'm here at Doug's Cathedral, and you just immediately feel connected to a higher power when you come into the desert and you find a beautiful oasis like this that I'm in here, and that's natural. But we can't do that all the time. It's not practical to do that daily. And we should remain grounded and connected to this earth that God created for us, and as we are more connected to it, we live our lives in more open and better balance. We laugh about tree hugger, literally hugging a tree. A tree has its roots deep within the earth. And when you do hug a tree, it's not just for people that get granola stuck in their teeth. It really does connect with the energies of this earth, and you're so much calm, centered, collected, and healthy when we're grounded to the earth. In today's fast-paced lifestyle, a lot of times we work in high office buildings, in concrete floors, and we don't get a chance to really connect with the earth. And what I want to talk to you about today, from here right in the bowels of the earth, of what we would say, is how to ground intentionally. Because energy follows intention. And if you can set your intention and your imagination as grounding, you can receive and achieve the same benefit as though you were out walking on the grass or hugging a tree or enjoying a hike in nature. Those are good ways to walk on the grass. Another thing you can do is just pick up a natural rock and hold it in your hands. That will ground you. Now, you can't keep the same rock forever, because it washes its energy out. It doesn't have to be anything special. But I've even done that with clients when they really need to be grounded. We walk outside, pick up a rock, and have them hold it for a while, and they notice a huge difference. But after a day or two, that rock isn't going to have that energy to ground you, so make sure you change out your rocks occasionally. But I want to lead you through another exercise. A way you can do this without going outside, without having rocks in your pockets or your hands or whatever that is. And I'm going to teach you two methods. One of them is more of a long one, and then I'm going to teach you a quick one. The reason I do both of them is the other one I think you need to practice several times until you can visualize and imagine yourself grounding. And as you do that, then I'll teach you the quick method, which will be the second part of this, to ground and connect to source. So let's begin. And if you're just listening to this, if you're practicing it, I suggest that after the first time you watch it, go ahead and close your eyes and just listen to the words that I say. Okay, so go ahead and place your attention on the top of your head. Just place your attention there. Don't put your hands up there, but place your attention on the top of your head and notice what you notice. You have a little bit of an itchy scalp somewhere. Maybe your braids pulled tight. I don't have so many. But what for me, I can feel a hat on top of my head. What do you feel on the top of your head? And just notice it. Notice the temperature. Notice what you notice, and then just accept it and relax and let it go. And now place your attention on your face. Just the muscles of your face, what you feel, again, with eyes closed is best after you watch this the first time. Place your attention on that. Notice the little muscles around your eyes. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our jaw, and so notice if your teeth are clamped tight together. If they are, just slightly separate your teeth a little bit top from bottom and just let go of that tension. Notice all that, and then relax and let it go. And now place your attention on your shoulders. There's another place that we hold a lot of tension, is in the muscles in the back of our neck and in our shoulders. And just kind of roll your shoulders and just stretch a little bit. And notice that. Notice what you feel. You might have a pain in some part of your shoulders. Notice the clothes, the texture of the clothes against your skin, the temperature, whatever it is. Just kind of be aware. It's an awareness thing. And then relax and let it go. And now place your attention on down through your chest and through your mid-back. Again, notice the sensations. Notice the feelings that you have, both on the inside of your body and on your skin. And just notice it and let it go and relax. And now go ahead and put your attention on your abdomen and down through your hips. And just notice the sensations that you feel there. The tightness of this, maybe the waistband on your pants, the texture of the clothes against your skin. Maybe a chair that you're sitting on and supporting you. Notice how that feels. And then relax and let it go. Now place your attention on your thighs. Notice the texture of the clothes against your skin, the pressure of the chair that's supporting you. Maybe a little itch, maybe a little pain, and relax and let that go. Now place your attention down through your knees. And notice the angle that your knees are bent at and what that feels like. And relax and let it go. Now place your attention down through your calves and your ankles. And notice whatever sensations, whatever comes up there. You feel a slight twinge, maybe a pain. Just notice it and allow it and relax and let it go. Now place your attention on your feet. And if you would, notice what you feel there. And then place your attention on the bottoms of the soles of your feet. And I want you to imagine, if you will, the largest tree roots that you can coming out of the bottoms of your feet. And at this point you should have your feet apart and placed firmly on the ground. You don't need to have your shoes off. And imagine these roots coming out like twin roots coming out of the bottoms of your feet. And as these roots go down and through the floor, maybe through the concrete, they just easily and effortlessly go down into the earth, and they shoot straight down. They send out little branches and streamers just like any other root system of a large tree would do. Notice them go down deep, deep into the earth and connect with the soil and the richness and the minerals and all that this earth is. And let that just connect way down deep within the earth. Very good. And now, just imagine that. And whatever your level of imagination is perfect for you. So if you're struggling at this point, just relax and let it go. That's the key to this whole thing of grounding. Relax and let it go. Just, if all you can do is say, I'm thinking of roots underneath me, connecting me to the earth. This will come, you'll get better, but you can't do this wrong if you just don't get too caught up in getting down on yourself. And so now that you have these root systems that you imagine down at the bottom of your feet, I want you to place your attention at the tips of all these roots. And when you draw in your next breath, I want you to visualize that you're bringing that breath in from the tips of these roots up through your legs, your thighs, and let it just completely fill your body as you're breathing in one in-breath. So just like you start way down at the tips of those roots, maybe miles underneath you. And pull that breath in and let it completely fill you, and hold it for just a moment, and then when you're ready, let it out. And the visualization I'd like you to have for this is, you know, in the hot summer when they have those misters, they just put a fine mist of water, but it's just a fine mist that kind of settles around you and cools you. I want you to imagine your breath as you let it out is settling around you like one of those giant misters. And as you do this, let's do it one more time. Notice the sensations that you feel within your body. Do you feel a little bit of a tingly or just a slight chill? Not cold, but just chill, tingle. You'll feel an awakening. Your cells are actually starting to vibrate faster as you ground and connect with the earth, because that is their home frequency. So once again, go back to the tips of these roots that you've imagined at the bottom of your feet, and as you breathe in, pull that up through those roots, up through, fill your entire body, and then let that out, and just imagine that breath settling around you. It's very cleansing. Do this 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and just really, you'll start to notice a shift there. At that point, you're completely grounded. Okay? And you're grounded as well. You can do this as well as if you went out and stood in raw soil or stood on the grass in bare feet. Energy follows intention. If you can imagine it, and if you can intend it, you can ground it. You can do this in a matter of seconds. And I'll teach you a quicker method, but practice that longer method first. But let's go right into the connecting to source. So once you've taken 3 or 4 breaths and grounded, and you can feel that shift. Now imagine, if you will, at the crown of your head, right here at the top of your head, imagine a thin beam of light just coming straight up from the top of your head. Again, as you practice this over and over again, do this with your eyes closed. It's so much easier to visualize and imagine without visual stimuli. But imagine this thin beam of light coming up out of the top of your head. Imagine it going effortlessly through the ceiling, through the roof of the home or the building that you're in, and up into the atmosphere, past the clouds, now passing the moon and the sun and the stars. And this light just naturally seeks towards the center of the universe. And as it gets out there in the center of the universe, notice that it is drawn to a greater light source. And let the two lights connect. Let your light connect with the greater light source. This is your creator, God, whatever that is to you, your higher power. We call it the power of the universe. I believe the power of the universe is God. Whatever that is for you, let it connect to that greater light. And as it does, notice how your beam of light intensifies immediately. It charges it. And then notice and visualize this charged and increased light coming back down towards you. It's just like a rushing river coming towards you on the same path. Visualize this greater, more intense light coming down towards you, coming past the stars, now passing the sun, ever increasing and growing and accelerating as it comes toward you, passing the sun and the moon, and now into our atmosphere, and past the clouds. And now, just take a minute and pause right above the home or the space where you're in, and look down and see yourself from God's perspective. See the perfection that you are. See the creation of all His creations. We are His greatest creation. See yourself from His perspective. Let go of your judgments. Let go of your sense of failure. Let go of your sense of worthlessness. For you are the greatest creation in this universe. And see yourself from that perspective. And own that power. Own that magnificence of who you are. And now, go ahead. Gently let that greater light come down through the roof, down through the ceiling, and now come down into the top of your head. And let this light fill you as though you were filling a jar of water. Let that light go right down to the bottom of your feet, and it fills that, and it starts to pool up past your knees and just filling ever increasing with light. Let that come up past your waist and fill through your whole abdomen, through your chest, your shoulders. As it gets up to your shoulders, it spills down to your arms, to your fingertips, and then it just quickly fills up through your arms and your shoulders, and now up into your head. You are completely full of light, and yet this light source continues to pour into you until you radiate and you glow with the light of your Creator. And that's, folks, notice how you feel. just sit back and relax and take a breath and notice what it is when you're connected to earth and you're connected to light. It's a beautiful thing. We should do this. Do it daily. If you get out of sorts and you're upset, take a minute and ground and connect to source. And it'll change your life, especially as a healer, as an energy worker. You get to be connected. You get to be connected to source. And with all these electronics that we have, it's real easy to get disconnected. And then our intuition is off. We don't trust ourselves and our feelings and our intuitions that we get. So this is what I have for you today. I'm now going to show you a quicker way to ground. But I don't think you can start here. You need to practice a longer method of grounding and connecting to source before you do this short one. But this is one where I use this to quickly induce a client to get them grounded and connected to guide them through that. So now let's just imagine you're starting all over again. After you practice the long way of, if you notice that the purpose, when we do the grounding in the long term, the purpose is to start here and just move your attention piece by piece down to your body, down to your feet, and then down into the earth. That's the whole purpose of placing your attention here and there and wherever in your body, is to start at the top and just bring your attention down. That's the grounding. So here's the quick part. So again, close your eyes and imagine, if you will, a ball right in the center of your head. I don't care what size it is, but just imagine that ball, and now go ahead and put a color to it. What color does that feel like to you? There's no right or wrong answer to what the color is, and every time you do this you may feel a different color. Just trust that, trust your intuition, and also putting a color to it will help with your visualization to where you can visualize this stronger. So take this ball, now that you can see it formed and the color to it, in the center of your brain, in the center of your head, let that just slowly and gently start to slide down. Let that ball slide right down to the back of your head and let it go right down your spine, right down through your vertebrae, and just notice it. Just go down, down, down. Just keep your attention down. Just going down. And when it gets to the bottom of your spine, let it separate into two separate balls of energy. And then just notice one go down each leg, down through your thighs, past your knees, into the bottom of your feet. And when you get to the bottom of your feet, again, it's the same process. Imagine, if you will, the largest roots that you can imagine going out of the bottom of your feet. And let the strong taproot go right down. And as it goes down, let it send out other roots to absorb the energies of the earth that are there for you. And then when you've developed and visualized this root system, place your attention on your breathing. And with your breath in, imagine it pulling the next breath in from the tips of these roots. Pull it up through your body. Let it completely fill your body. And then as you breathe it out, let it settle down on you like gentle misters. And just notice that shift. Again, that's a faster way to ground. That's what I have for you today. We have so much more stuff for you. We'd love to work with you. Go ahead and go to our website, www.allthingspossible.biz, and click on the healing page. Click on Chris's programs that we have. We have some wonderful things there for you, and we would love to work with you and share more of the things that we have for you. Check out our other videos as well. It's been great, and coming to you on location from Doug's Cathedral. By the way, I know that you've had one burning question. Who's Doug? I don't know. It's just called Doug's Cathedral. Okay. Coming to you from Doug's Cathedral in Lake Powell, up at the head of Iceberg Canyon. It's a beautiful day. Life is good. Signing off for this week.